What's up, YouTube? You're Inside the Edge, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, do all that good stuff, drop a like, it helps my channel grow. And if you're a Chicago Bulls fan, this is the channel for you guys. Today, I'm just going to jump right into it. Today, I want to talk about the Chicago Bulls. This might have been my first Chicago Bulls video of the season, actually. This is a rocky Chicago Bulls year, guys, and that's why I haven't made a video, because I wanted to maybe do a video when things started to pick up or something, and just I've been just covering a lot of sports topics as well, so I haven't really got a chance to talk about the Bulls. But this is it, guys. So I'm a vent. I want to try to make this video not as long as it could be, because I have a lot to say about the Chicago Bulls team right now, guys. All right, so as of right now, guys, the Bulls is 5-11, and the biggest thing a lot of us is raving about is, should the Chicago Bulls go into a rebuild? The obvious answer is yes. That's the obvious answer. And again, guys, this GM, this front office, they thought that, they were going to come into the season and dominate, and that is not the case. When I look back at this past offseason in free agency, the Chicago Bulls did not make enough good moves to really make sure that this team can really compete against other teams this year. Because, again, I'm looking at last year's draft, and I'm like, so many teams got better in the draft. And that's when I got nervous. That's when I got nervous for the Chicago Bulls, because I'm like, we didn't really progress or really make any big deals to really progress and get better. Like, Chicago fans, they were raving about Javante Carter, and I'm like, he's a good player, but I'm like, he doesn't really get us over the hump. I'm looking at Torrey Craig, and I'm like, he's a solid player, but he's not a star. He's not, and don't get me wrong, he's a good player. He's contributing to Chicago. I like what he's doing for this Chicago's team this year so far, but these aren't players that's going to help the Bulls progress. So I'm just really confused on the Bulls and certain moves that they made. Now, they did re-sign Jacoby White. They did re-sign, Nicholas. That was a good pickup. We extended him to, I believe, like 3 more years. He's been playing stellar for the Bulls and stuff. So I still think that this roster is just there's a lot of players on this team that are just tweeners. And what I mean by that is, an example would be Patrick Williams. He's a guy that, he's super athletic, but he's still trying to translate his three-point shooting, and he's trying to put that into his arsenal. He's trying to put that into his offense, where he wants to be a three-point specialist, but also be a guy that can attack the rim. He's still trying to figure it out, playing alongside Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, but he's a guy that's struggling, guys. And I know he wanted an extension, and I don't think he's going to get that extension, guys. He's played in 18 games. He's only averaging 7.2 points per game, and he's only averaging 3.8 rebounds. He's kind of struggling with this offense right now. And there's just some roster spots. Like, I didn't get in the draft when we got Julian Phillips with the second pick. No, what am I saying? Not the second pick. In the second round, the 35th pick. I think we took that pick from the Wizards. But we drafted him, and he's the same kind of player as Dalen Terry, and that's who we drafted the year before. So we have like these back-to-back drafts where we drafted literally the same kind of player, the same similar player, and it doesn't make sense. Both guys, athletic, both could play defense, but they're not good shooters. And it just seems like the Bulls is still trying to figure out this, their offense, and there's just so much, like nothing is there's just no certainty on this team. And one thing that this Bulls team is lacking is three-point shooting. Like, this is a three-point shooting league, and I wish that the Bulls could have gotten a shooting guard this offseason, because LaVine, DeRozan, they can only do so much scoring. Both guys, LaVine, he's averaging 22.1 points. DeMar DeRozan's averaging 21.5 points. Both of these guys alone they're giving you 40 a night. And DeMar DeRozan, surprisingly, guys, he's averaging 4.5 assists per game too. So he's even been a playmaker this year. But with LaVine and DeRozan, that's not enough for this Bulls team to win, guys. There's only 4 players on this Bulls roster that's averaging over double digits, guys. And that's Nicholas, Kobe White, DeRozan, and LaVine. I'm looking at Patrick White and Alex Caruso. He's almost right there. He's at 9.8 points per game. But this team is just struggling offensively. I think DeRozan needs help. I think this Bulls team needs a shooting guard. They need a forward. This team is missing a lot. And I'm looking at this roster, and it's clear as day, guys. This is just this is not a well put together roster. And moving forward, guys, the obvious thing is Zach LaVine has to get traded. Now, I don't care if he has to go to the Lakers and help LeBron win a chip. I don't care if we have to trade DeMar DeRozan back to the Raptors. But long as the Bulls can get some first-round draft picks, you know, a number 1 draft pick in 2024, 2025, 2026. But I think the Bulls is going to definitely have to go through the rebuild process. And to be honest, guys, this is looking like a 4-year rebuild. I think the Bulls have to start from scratch. Like, I don't even know if Kobe White should be the future point guard for the Bulls moving forward. But I definitely think it's going to be a hard task for the Chicago Bulls because, for one, we have to try to do what we can to budget cap space. And just with all the picks that we do accumulate, if we were to trade, you know, Alex Caruso, you know, LaVine, with those, you know, that combination of draft picks, it's also challenging to know, okay, what do we want to do moving forward with the future? Because when you have draft picks, that's good, but actually doing the process of drafting the right players you want, that's the tough part. But I just think the Bulls have no direction. LaVine looks miserable. DeMar DeRozan looks frustrated. And at this point, they should just go off to other teams and they should further their careers with better teams. And just to kind of wrap up this video, Billy Donovan, how you guys feel about Billy Donovan? I think he's a good coach. I think he's good when it comes to X's and O's, but I just think he just doesn't have that it factor. He just doesn't have that. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like players don't play hard for him. I don't know. I just get that feeling, guys. But I think he's a good coach when it comes to X's and O's. I think he's good when it comes to developing young players, but I just think the Bulls, I know Billy Donovan, I believe he signed an extension, so he's going to be with the Bulls for, I believe, 2 more seasons. So, but I would hope that the Bulls would get a new coach too as well, guys. But I don't want to make this video too long, but I feel like for you Bulls fans, I want to know, what do you guys think about the Chicago Bulls team, and what are players you think we should trade, and who should go and who should stay, guys? I definitely want to hear you guys' opinion, but we are definitely in a rebuild kind of scenario right now, guys. We have to wave. This is a forfeited season. We have to wave the white flag. I wish I had a white flag or something, but we have to wave this flag, and we have to rebuild. We have to start from scratch. But until next time, guys, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I got you guys covered with some NFL content, NBA content. And if you love sports, this is the channel for you guys. So until next time, have a good day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.